Hello there, and welcome to Mystic Brick. Hey, this is the next standalone episode, and this is the Wolfpack Hideout Abandoned Watchtower. You know, I had recently built some minifigs for a little competition on Instagram, Wolfpack minifigs, and I decided to make a mock for them, so here we go. As you can see, I've started out by doing the base brickwork here, and we're just going to continue to build up the treasure room first. So I use some of these mountainside pieces, very useful actually when you don't have enough sloping bricks, which I didn't, so that helped streamline things for sure. Here are the support beams which we're going to put into the treasure room like so. They'll fit in there really quite nicely. And once I have that basic framework, I'm gonna start to build up around using more of these mountainside pieces and then the sloping pieces as well. So I decided to use the sand yellow as a sort of base color here, which I think really is a great color, and worked out for this mock really well, especially with the medium stone gray of the tower. And then I just speckled in some of the sand green as well. Okay, so this is how I built the little bars, 4 of them, to go on either side of that barred door. And I just used the lightsaber hilt with 2 of the black shafts and then studs with holes to do that. All very simple enough. And once I have those in place, I'm just going to continue to build up the rockwork. Skipping ahead a little bit, and before I get too far into this, I'm going to put the treasure into this room, otherwise I'm not going to be able to access it easily enough, so that's what I'm doing now. Getting it all fleshed out pretty well, I think. And then we're just gonna put these beams back in with torches on either side. Like so. And I think we're looking pretty good here, so gonna skip ahead to that completed room now and take a little look down in there. I might have rigged lights into this room, but I just think that that would have been too much of a complication for the design. You know, I just wanted it to have a nice smooth 360 look, and yeah, sometimes those lights can get in the way. Anyway, this is the first floor base work then, the tile work that I've done. All of the little knob tiles put in place where I'm gonna put stuff down. So here is some of that in place now. You can see the produce there in the corner, this little trapdoor, and I've got the little keg there and the stools in place. Yeah, you can see I put some leeks and carrots in there. And now we're just gonna fill out the rest. So here is the table with the feast on top of it. And we got all kinds of nice little goodies in there for our minifigs to munch on. And then this is just a little weapon stand that I made. And yeah, I'm going to put that on the far side of the room. It's looking pretty good. And then we've got a little shelf here with some wine bottles and such upon it. Set that next to the beer keg. And that's all looking great. So now I'm going to continue to build up the wall around this room. And I'm mostly using masonry for this, and then just some studs to give that nice weathered look as well. Okay, and once we have that room completed, this is what it's going to look like, set on top of the treasure room. Got a little ladder in the corner there too, made some small adjustments here and there. But yeah, now we're going to move on to the second floor, and you can see I've got that mapped out already as well. And that's just going to fit on very easily. First, I want to put these bunk beds in, and here's the first of these. Very simple, but I think kind of cool for what's going on here. I got these little ladders too to go up alongside each of the bunk beds. Cool, cool, cool. And now we're just going to continue to build on up. Alright, so we've got that second story completed and looking pretty good. And then I've just gone ahead and built the last two floors. Very simple, the tower and then the very top of the tower. We can take a quick little peek inside the tower, just put a few things in there, you know, a sack and a lantern and a spear. And then you can see I've built the ladder up the side of it. And then the top of the tower too, yeah, really pretty simple. Got a boiling pot of oil up there, or sand, whichever you prefer. And then a nice little arrow stand as well. So that all fits together really quite nicely. Happy with that. And now I want to move on to building up the vine along the side of the tower. Trying to keep that autumn theme here, and I think it worked out pretty well. And these colors, I think, really pop against the side of the tower, so I was very pleased with the way it all worked out. Got that bridge now complete too. It is also in ruin, so very simple work there. But yeah, I think those are looking great, and I was going to move on to building those trees, and I thought I had recorded that, but unfortunately my camera had died, so don't have that footage. That's okay though, you've seen me build trees many times. So let's move on then and look at our minifigs. Here is the first. He is the brute of this little wolf pack. You know, again, I made these minifigs for an Instagram competition, and so there is more of a little backstory on each of them if you want to check that out on Instagram. But I took the leg and torso piece from the Wolfpack Beastmaster. All the weapons come from K-Town Bricks, very cool, and then the helm from Pickle Bricks, and I think that suits him nicely with the mustache underneath. And then the fabric accessories come from Minifig Realms. I think they are awesome. The brute is wearing a tattered cloak and then a dual scabbard. And then on to our second minifig. This is the Olga, and I used the torso piece from the CMF 16 Wolfpack Rogue. The legs I'm not sure where I got from, but they fit this minifig perfectly. I love them. And then yeah, there's this really cool cloak and hood from Minifig Realms. And then the crescent staff is from K-Town Bricks. And then she's also got a spellbook sling from Minifig Realms as well, which is awesome. Thirdly, we have the Scavenger, and I've given him a tattered mini fur cloak on top of a cloak. Again, just really love these. You can turn that mini cloak around for sure. But his legs come from the Alex Jade Scales minifig from the D&D set. His two weapons are from K-Town Bricks. Very cool mace and hatchet there. And then yeah, you know, for his torso, I just replaced the arms with the arms of Tasha the Witch from the D&D CMF. And he's looking pretty spiffy, I'd say. Lastly, we have our Archer, and she's wearing a hood with cloak, a sideswept cloak, and then that little mini skirt with a dagger sheath, which I think is awesome as well. And then, you know, her torso is one of the Wolfpack torsos from the Medieval Town Square set, and then her legs are from the Wolfpack Rogue CMF 16. And then yeah, that dagger comes from the Githyanki Warlock from the D&D CMF. Alright, so here's a look at our 4 Wolfpack members together. Again, you know, these fabric accessories are really cool. I know that there are going to be other content creators that give a more in-depth review of this product. You know, they do take some getting used to. How you put them on your minifigs can be a little challenging at times, but nothing crazy, and once you figure that out, they're awesome to use. Okay, let's go look at that completed mock in its entirety now. Really love building this mock. Wolfpack are one of my favorite factions for sure, as they are for many people. But I just, you know, the colors came together really nicely here, and it felt like a great little hideout for these little heroes to occupy. My collection of Wolfpack minifigs is limited. I'd love to get some more and build some more mocks and maybe a larger fortress for them at some point. But yeah, really happy with the way that this turned out. Gonna take a closer look at that upper floor of the tower now, with the very top pulled off, and you can see inside there. Moving on down to that third story, you can see a little scene here. We've got 3 of our Wolfpack hanging out. One of them about to climb into that bunk, I think. All these weapons here come from K-Town Bricks. Very cool indeed. Alright, moving down into that lower floor, you can see our 4 Wolfpack getting ready to enjoy this feast that's spread out before them. A happy bunch, this foursome, with plenty of food and good drink to go round. Alright, let's delve into that cellar and the treasure room now. You can see a nice little view down in there. Seems like a little conversation is going on outside. And we have one tame wolf here, it seems. Some other critters about. But yeah, it looks like the brute is delivering another sack of gold to the treasury. Alright, well, let's take one final look at this mock from top to bottom. Again, yeah, I really like the way the colors turned out. Great little autumnal vibe going on here. Just a quaint little scene. Hey, thank you so much for stopping by and watching this episode. I really do appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed what you've seen here today. And yeah, please join me again next week. I'll have another video coming out then. But you all have a wonderful day. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye now.